The new Warlord Dokkaebi can be a very difficult boss fight, especially when you're doing it solo with all the bomb drones and sentry turrets around the fortress, but these are my tips and tricks for defeating her very easily while playing this solo. So let's get into it. So with this boss fight, first thing is first is the actual layout of the stronghold, and it's very straightforward. Thankfully, unlike Legacies, where you had to figure out exactly which building to go in, all the different traps in there's not a whole lot of traps outside the sentry turrets. At the base of the skyscraper, you saw this elevator that just went inside. You go all the way up this elevator, and you will eventually come across some doors that you have to open with a stronghold keycard. There's a bunch of different ways you get this stronghold keycard. Obviously, you could buy it or get it from another stronghold. Once you open up these double doors on either side, you'll get into an area where it basically is just a straightforward path that gets you through a bunch of different areas with a bunch of different mercs, mini bomb drones, and again, the sentry turrets. Now that main way is the way you're supposed to be going in there, but there is also another way that basically skips half of that little puzzle area, that little straightforward pathing I was telling you about through those double doors. You have to go to this particular building that I just pinged on the map for you and get to the zipline that I'm showing you here on the screen right now and get all the way to the top of this building. This zipline is the only zipline that's going to get you all the way to the very top. There's usually this little dome area that you can usually climb up to the top of the stairs with and get this way, but it's blocked off by wood. So when you actually do get to the top of this building, one way or another, get to the other zipline that gets you all the way to Dokkaebi's fortress. And as you'll see when you actually get to this area, it's basically halfway to where you actually fight Dokkaebi, which is at the higher level of this skyscraper itself, which is nice. But at the same time, this could be a little bit of a problem because you just skipped all the different turrets, all the different mercs that you could take out ahead of time to make your fight that much easier. So you could backtrack if you want to, totally up to you. When you finally make your way through this little maze and actually come across Dokkaebi for the first time at the top of the skyscraper, I recommend that you start shooting her bomb drones around her that have a blue force field around her. I'm calling them her blue bomb drones. This will not only force her to move to the second location, which is in the middle of the skyscraper, but it'll also do a fair amount of damage to her every time you shoot one of these bomb drones. As you see, for me, as soon as I get a certain amount of those bomb drones killed, she moves off to the next location, and after she moves 3 times, she will be in the final location, which is on the exact opposite side of the skyscraper that you first interacted with her. Repeat the process of shooting her bomb drones until you get the audio confirmation that you have killed her. You'll then get a rift that shortly appears after you killed her with the signature weapon that she was using to shoot at you called the Mediator, and another random weapon. For me, I actually got a perk can, and also she always drops a self-revive kit, which is nice after a boss fight like this. Now let's get into the most important part of this entire fight, is the equipment that you're going to be using for this fight. It goes without saying that if you do have any of the classified schematics like the Aether Blade or the Dog Bone, you should definitely be using this in this solo boss fight, because doing this solo is very difficult, and the more stuff you have on your side, the better. Along with this, the more perks, the better, but if you had to only have a couple, I would absolutely say get some of the classic busted ones like Juggernog, Speed, Cola. Also bring in Depth Perception so you can see her through the walls. Quick Revive so your health reloads a lot faster and a lot quicker after you get it down to a low level. And also Elemental Pop just in case you can hit the mercs or her with a quick burst of additional damage of some kind. For whatever gun you decide to bring in, and I'll give you a few of my favorite options here in a second, but as soon as you bring in your gun, I would absolutely either have it at a purple level rarity, or if you can, a gold level rarity through the different tools you can get. Double pack a punch at the minimum, triple pack is even better, and for an ammo mod, I always use Shatter Blast, especially in this situation where you have a bunch of these bomb drones. If you hit one of the bomb drones with a Shatter Blast shot, most of them explode around it as well, making it that much better for the situation, and these bomb drones are so annoying. The more you take out in one instance, the better you're off being. For the guns to use in this boss fight, I found the AR like the DG58 to be a great pick. That way you can pick off the tiny little bomb drones to fly around the area that much easier and more accurately. And on the other side of the spectrum, the dual wield swarms are also a great option for close combat, for Dokkaebi and the mercs, whatever you guys really feel like doing in this situation. Personally, I found using an AR that much better, but that's just how I like to play this fight. There is a wide range of ways you can go into this fight and different angles you can fight. Because of the skyscraper, you can climb a bunch of different areas and get a good angle on her, and for this reason I say having something with a longer range is going to make it that much easier to take out her blue bomb drones and her in the same time by picking off headshots here and there when she goes from covers. But as always, people have different playstyles, and I'm always curious to know what loadouts you guys use for a fight like this. I've done it twice with the dual SMGs and also with the DG58, as you're seeing here in this recording. I found the DG58 to be better for me at least, but let me know what you guys end up running down below. Always looking for a better loadout. But in the end, no matter what gun and combination of equipment you use, trying to take out Dokkaebi as soon as you possibly can is going to be the best way to do this. I've seen people take out Dokkaebi as soon as they saw her for the first time, and other times it takes them 10 to 15 minutes to do so. But as soon as you get her down, everything stops attacking you, much like the Legacy boss fight. I hope you guys did end up finding this helpful. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for future videos around MWZ, because we'll be covering a lot of the stuff that comes out in Season 2 and some of the weapons that came out in Season 1 Reloaded. With that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video.